The following entries were discovered in an old journal left behind in a long-abandoned apartment. The handwriting starts off composed but becomes more frenzied and erratic over time. The writer seems haunted by something or someone within their own reflection. This is the stranger in the mirror. I'm not even sure how to explain this. Yesterday, I caught something strange in the mirror, a movement just as I turned away. I thought it was a trick of the light, but then I felt it, presence just behind me in the glass. I didn't dare look back. I left the room and convinced myself it was nothing. Maybe if I ignore it, it will go away. For days now, and it's not gone. This shadow, this reflection, it moves on its own. I noticed it last night, subtle at first. I was brushing my teeth, and my reflection turned its head slightly before I did, as if watching me. I held my breath, hoping it was just my mind playing tricks, but there was something in its eyes, a hunger, maybe, or curiosity. I've started covering the mirrors. Every time I walk by, I feel its gaze. Feels closer, more aware. Yesterday, I slipped and uncovered the bathroom mirror by mistake. There I was, standing in front of it, and the reflection smirked. It was faint, a twitch in the corner of its mouth, like it was enjoying my fear. I backed away, but I could feel it staring, its eyes never leaving mine. It knows I'm afraid. I couldn't sleep last night. Every time I closed my eyes, I felt it, standing there, behind the glass. I don't know why it's here or what it wants, but I know it's waiting for something. The worst part? I've started seeing it in places it shouldn't be. A reflection in the window, a flash in a darkened TV screen, and each time, its smile gets a little wider. Today, I made a mistake. I looked too long, stared at my own reflection, trying to see if it would move, and it did. Slowly, almost taunting me, my reflection raised its hand to its cheek, and then this part I'm sure of, it mouthed something. I don't know what it said, but it didn't look friendly. There's a darkness behind its eyes, something that feels less and less like me. The mirror won't let me go. I catch glimpses of it even in my dreams now. A figure trapped, clawing at the glass, desperate to break free. Last night, I felt hands pressing against the back of my neck as I stared into the mirror. I could barely breathe. And then, just for a moment, I saw my own face, distorted, cruel. It mouthed the word closer. It's getting stronger, closer to whatever it wants. It's happening more often now. Sometimes I'll look away from the mirror, but when I glance back, my reflection is still facing me, like it's caught me in some private moment. There's something wrong with its eyes. They're cold, empty, almost pleased. Every time I look away, I feel like I'm leaving something behind, like a part of me is being absorbed. I can't take this anymore. It started talking to me, at least I think it has. Whispers, faint, coming from the edges of my mind whenever I look away. Says things I don't understand. Words like switch and freedom, as though it's trapped and I'm the one keeping it there. But I can feel it getting stronger, like it's pushing against the boundary between us. I saw something tonight that I can't forget. I looked into the mirror one last time, and my reflection stepped forward. Just a little, just enough to show me it could. It was smiling. I reached out, and I swear, I felt warmth, as if there were flesh on the other side of the glass. For a split second, I thought it would reach out, take my hand, and pull me through. I left the room, but I feel it, waiting there for me to come back. I've been avoiding mirrors for days now. I know it's still in there, waiting. Sometimes I catch glimpses of it in other reflections. A car window, a spoon, the surface of a puddle. It's everywhere, waiting for me to slip, to look a little too long. I don't know what will happen if I do, but lately, I can feel myself being drawn in, like there's a piece of me on the other side, calling me. I don't know how much longer I can resist. These entries were found in a dusty notebook hidden in a bedroom closet of a house long abandoned. The writer appears to be plagued by a mysterious broadcast, a voice on an old radio that only they seem to hear. This is the voice on the radio. Found an old radio at a flea market today. It's a vintage piece, dusty and dented, but something about it drew me in. Took it home and somehow it still works. At first, it only picked up static, just a low hum and faint crackles, but it's strange. The static is oddly comforting, like something's hidden within it, waiting to be heard. Something weird happened tonight. It was around midnight when the static started to change. I could almost swear I heard a voice, soft and distorted, beneath the noise, said my name. At least I think it did. Could have been my mind playing tricks, or maybe a signal picking up faint chatter. But it was so clear, almost deliberate, as though someone or something was trying to get my attention. It happened again, same time right around midnight. This time there was no mistaking it. The voice came through, calm but menacing. It whispered, "Are you listening?" over and over. I tried to ignore it, but it felt like it was creeping into my head, like a song you can't forget. I unplugged the radio, but I can still hear the echo in my mind, that haunting question repeating, "Are you listening?" I don't know what to make of this anymore. Midnight comes, and the voice returns, always the same. Faint, but distinct. Tonight, it said something different. The hour is near. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but I can't shake this feeling, a creeping dread settling in my chest. It's like the voice is trying to warn me, but warn me of what? I've started staying up, waiting for it. Midnight is the only time I can hear it, like it's bound to that hour somehow. The voice said something chilling tonight. Leave while you still can. Its tone was so intense, almost desperate. It's not just a voice on the radio anymore. It feels alive, aware of me, as if it knows something I don't. I don't know if I'm losing my mind or if it's trying to save me from something. The voice is getting clearer, more urgent. Tonight it was louder than usual, almost angry. "You're running out of time." The words burned into my mind. There was a chill in the air as it spoke, like the temperature dropped the moment the voice came through. I tried to turn the radio off, but the knob wouldn't move. It's as if it wants me to listen, as though it's growing more powerful. Tonight, the voice was different, frantic. "It's coming for you," it said, over and over, louder each time. My heart was racing. I felt something in the room, a pressure closing in. I'm afraid to be here, but where else would I go? The voice seems to be warning me, but of what? I'm starting to wonder if it's drawing something closer, feeding off my fear. I've stopped sleeping. Midnight is the only time the voice comes, but now, even in the day, I hear echoes of it. Tonight, it said, "You're almost out of time." I don't know what's coming, but the urgency is consuming me. My hands are shaking, and every shadow seems deeper, every sound sharper. The radio, it's like it's haunting me, tethering me to something dark. I tried to leave tonight, packed a bag, and was ready to go. But as I was about to step out, the radio switched on by itself. Midnight, right on the dot, and there it was. The voice was louder than ever, filling the whole room, echoing off the walls. "Stay, it's too late to run." I dropped my bag. I don't know what's happening, but I'm trapped here. The voice has made sure of it. I can't ignore it anymore. Midnight came and the voice spoke again, calm and eerie. "This is your last night." I felt a cold dread like I've never felt before, the air so thick I could barely breathe. It was like something was standing behind me, something dark and heavy. I didn't turn around, couldn't, but I know whatever it is, it's waiting, biding its time. The voice is silent now, but I can still feel its words lingering in the air, echoing in my mind. "This is your last night." If you're drawn to tales like these, consider subscribing to Spectral for more chilling entries waiting to be uncovered. And if you have your own haunting story that you'd like featured in an upcoming compilation, we'd love to hear it. Just email us at spectralentries@gmail.com. Now, let's get back to the video. These letters were found tucked away in a family attic, hidden beneath an old photo album. The handwriting matches that of a family member who passed years ago, but the letters describe events long after their death. This is the letter from the deceased. "Dear Anna, if you're reading this, then you found my letter. I don't know how to explain what I'm about to tell you, but I need you to listen. Since I passed, I found myself wandering, watching, unable to leave this house. I don't know why I'm still here, but there are things I've seen, things I need you to understand." I was there the night of the thunderstorm last April. You didn't see me, of course, but I was beside you as you struggled to find candles in the dark. I watched as the lightning flashed, illuminating the room, and I wanted to reach out, to touch your shoulder, to let you know you weren't alone. I saw you last Christmas, too. You were in the living room, decorating the tree alone, and for a moment you looked in my direction. You paused, didn't you? Maybe you felt something, a chill down your spine or a feeling that someone was there, watching from the shadows. That was me, Anna. I wanted to say something, anything, but the words never came. I thought I'd be at peace, that I'd find rest once I left this world. But instead, I linger here, bound to these familiar walls, watching you from a place you cannot see. I've tried to leave. Believe me, I've tried. But every time, something pulls me back. I don't know if it's you keeping me here, or if there's something more sinister holding me back. You've moved things around since I've been gone. My old chair in the corner, it's in the attic now. I heard you dragging it up the stairs late one night. I wanted to shout, to tell you to leave it where it was, that I still sit there sometimes, watching you, but I couldn't. It was only last month that I noticed a stranger in the house. A man, unfamiliar, tall and heavy-set. I saw him as clear as day, pacing through the hallway outside your bedroom, lingering near the door. I tried to warn you, Anna. I shouted, screamed, but nothing came out. My voice is a mere whisper in the dark, unheard, unseen. But he left after a moment. I think he saw me. I think he saw me watching him. There's one last thing I need to tell you. Last night, I felt something different, something I've never felt before. A pull, a calling, as if something was finally trying to take me away. I thought it was the end, that I'd find peace at last. But as quickly as it came, it vanished. And I'm still here. Anna, I don't know how much longer I'll be able to reach you like this. There's something dark, something heavy, keeping me tied to this place, and it grows stronger with each passing night. I don't know what it wants, but I'm afraid of what will happen when it finally finds me. If you feel a chill when you're alone, or if you hear soft footsteps in the hall, know that it's me, trying to reach you, trying to keep you safe. I will be here as long as I can, Anna, but I fear I am not alone in this shadowed place. If I disappear, please don't stay here. Leave this house behind. And if you ever feel a hand on your shoulder, know that it's only me, reaching from a place I can never fully leave.